Where is the deepest place on Earth? I guess most of you already know, the Mariana Trench, a vast bottomless pit at the very bottom of the ocean. Even its discovery is relatively recent. Its story dates back to the 19th century. Think about it. Do you know what technology they used back then to measure ocean depth? A rope, and a 1 kilogram weight tied to the end of it. Literally just that. They would drop the weight into the water, let the rope run until it stopped, then pull it back up and calculate the depth. Using only this method, they traveled hundreds of thousands of kilometers across the oceans, until they reached the area near Guam in the Pacific. They kept lowering the rope and lowering it for a full hour. Based on that measurement, they estimated the depth to be probably around 5 kilometers, but they were way off. Later, technology improved and ropes were replaced by sound waves. Thanks to sonar sending sound to the bottom and analyzing the echoes, they were able to measure much more precisely. And the truth came out. The deepest point on Earth is nearly 11,000 meters below the ocean surface, which means this. Even Mount Everest, the tallest mountain in the world, would still remain more than 2 kilometers underwater if you placed it inside the Mariana Trench. We've known about the trench since 1872, but humanity first reached it in 1960, just 9 years before we landed on the moon. But the first people who descended couldn't even step on the seafloor because the pressure down there is unbelievable, more than 1,000 times the pressure at the surface. If a human head could somehow withstand that pressure, it would shrink dramatically, almost like it was being crushed. The first descent was an incredible feat. The submersible Tiniest was built over many years to withstand this pressure. Inside that huge machine, only 2 people could fit. They took a 5-hour journey downward, reached the bottom, stayed for about 20 minutes, and had to come back up. And then, for 50 years, no one else managed to reach that depth again. Until one day, world-famous director James Cameron said, "I'm going." He put cinema aside, got into a craft called Challenger Deep, and went down alone to the bottom of the world. He filmed everything and collected samples. Cameron explored the bottom for nearly 2 hours, but when a problem occurred in the sub, he had to return immediately. To ascend, he had to release the 300-kilogram weight that helped him sink in the first place. Now let me ask you, climbing Everest today is basically a tourist activity. 12 people have walked on the moon. So, how many have gone to the Mariana Trench? After the first 2 explorers, only James Cameron and one more person, 4 people in total. It truly is the most unreachable place on Earth. So what's actually down there? Not much was found during the first descent. Cameron didn't see much either. But the 4th visitor, explorer Victor Vescovo, found a plastic bag and candy wrappers. Yes, you heard that right. Even in the deepest place in the world, humanity's trash is waiting for us. Are there living creatures? Very few at the very bottom, but around 8 kilometers deep, small fish have been observed surviving under pressure equal to the weight of the 1,600 elephants. And even deeper, shrimp-like creatures live. But radioactive carbon-14 has been detected in our bodies, likely a result of nuclear tests conducted during World War II. So, yes, we've managed to pollute a place we have never seen, never touched, never even come close to. All around the world, environmental awareness projects are being launched. For example, in Portugal, they placed a camera on a plastic bottle to live stream its decomposition. And guess what? The process will take 450 years. Yes, 450 years for a single plastic bottle to decompose. and 90% of seabirds have microplastics in their stomachs. The situation is truly serious. If you want to make your voice heard on these issues, some platforms allow people to share ideas for a cleaner world. You can join and contribute your thoughts too. In short, even a tiny candy wrapper you toss on the ground can flow into a stream, then into the sea, then the ocean, and eventually end up at the very bottom of the Mariana Trench. And it could harm creatures we've never seen, beings that might as well be aliens living on our own planet. That's why even the smallest step we take can make a huge difference.